Your Honor, I have 2 bottles of lidocaine 1%, 10 milligram per milliliter, and labeled as LAPD evidence item 113. I additionally have same size bottle, 1% lidocaine, previously labeled LAPD item 114. May these 3 bottles collectively be marked Peoples 132 for identification?
Yes.
I'm going to place a P132 on each bottle. Ms. Fleak, showing you what's been marked now as Peoples 132. 2 of these bottles are essentially empty, and 1 is a little more than half full. Is that accurate, roughly accurate?
Yes.
Okay. And is that as they were when you recovered them inside the black bag?
Yes.
You're going to have a large blue Costco bag with two straps labeled Costco Wholesale. May this bag be marked Peoples 133 for identification?
Yes.
I'm going to place a P133 on the outside of the bag itself. Ms. Fleak, showing you Peoples 133, is this the blue Costco bag that was recovered from the cabinet you've already mentioned?
Yes, it is.
And did you then inventory the contents as to the medical supplies inside of this bag?
Yes.
The exhibit's being shown to Mr. Chernoff.
I have 2 photographs in relation to Peoples 133, Your Honor. First one is a picture of the bag being held open by an individual next to the black bag previously mentioned. May that be marked Peoples 134 for identification?
Yes.
As well as a close-up of the inside of the same blue Costco bag. May that be marked Peoples 135 for identification?
Yes.
Ms. Fleak, showing you first Peoples 134. Does that depict the blue Costco bag next to the smaller black bag as it was recovered on June 29th?
Yes.
May we dim the lights, Your Honor?
If I may.
Showing you Peoples 135. Does this show the inside contents of that same bag?
It does.
Okay. And again, although it's washed out on this projector, does this show, among other things, the pulse oximeter and the lanyard inside of that bag?
Yes.
Okay. And some various vials?
Yes.
Okay. As well as what I'm pointing at here, is this white area in the picture, although it shows up on the actual photograph, is that like a plastic grocery bag, like the 2-handled plastic grocery bags we see commonly?
Yes.
Okay. Was that actual plastic bag booked into evidence?
No.
Okay. But you took this photograph to document it on that day?
Yes.
Now, going through the contents of the blue Costco bag, inside of the blue Costco bag, did you find a cut open saline bag?
Yes, I did.
Within which was a 100 milliliter bottle of propofol?
Bleeding. Sustained.
Bleeding. Did you find a saline bag inside of the blue Costco bag?
Yes.
And what was its condition?
It had a cut in it, and there was a 100 milliliter vial of propofol inside the saline bag.
Okay. And the saline bag in question From your review of the evidence, are you aware that that was subsequently booked into LAPD custody as LAPD evidence item 110
Yes.
and previously marked, in this case, as People's 29? Holding that up, do you see the cut in that bag, Ms. Fleak?
Yes, I do.
And is that as it was when you recovered it on June 29, 2009?
Yes, it is.
And the 100 milliliter bottle of propofol, was that bottle booked into LAPD evidence as item 106?
Yes.
Okay. Previously marked as People's 130. Ms. Fleak, then was this People's 130 was inside of and contained within People's 110 when you recovered it?
Yes.
Or excuse me, that's LAPD 110, People's 29. People's 30 was inside of People's 29 when you recovered it?
Yes.
Maybe I misheard. I thought reference was made to People's 130, or is it 30?
People's 30. Previously marked, Your Honor.
I think both Mrs. McNeil and I heard People's 130.
Okay, it's a lot of numbers. I may have.
I sure understand that.
Okay.
So you want to re-ask it so we're all clear?
Yes. LAPD item 106, which is People's 30. Let me just be clear what I'm talking about. And LAPD item 110, which is People's 29. Those were recovered inside the blue Costco bag?
Yes, they were.
Okay. And when you recovered People's 29, the cut open saline bag, was People's 30, the 100 milliliter bottle of propofol, inside of People's 29?
Yes.
And did you remove People's 30 from People's 29 for purposes of photographing the two items?
Yes.
And showing you what was earlier marked People's 28 for identification. May we dim the lights, Your Honor?
Please.
And I don't know if you can see from that vantage point, Ms. Fleak, but do you see the cut in the bag as shown in People's 28 where I'm pointing?
It's hard to see in that photo.
Okay, may I approach the witness, Your Honor?
Certainly.
Maybe harder over here, but
We can turn on the lights for the benefit of Ms. Lee.
It's more clear in the photo that I'm observing here.
looking at People's 28, do you see the cut in the bag?
Yes.
Okay, and is that as it appeared on June 29th?
Yes, it is.
And this 100 milliliter propofol bottle, was it empty, more or less empty as it's shown in this photograph?
Yes.
Okay. And again, with some liquid at the very bottom, is that accurate?
Yes.
We could have the lights, please.
Surely.
In that Costco bag, did you recover a 20 milliliter bottle of propofol as reflected in your inventory?
Yes, I did.
And from your review of the evidence, are you aware that that was LAPD item 107?
Yes.
have LAPD item 107, being a 20 milliliter bottle of propofol. I'm opening the bag. Has been previously labeled LAPD 107. May this be marked People's 136 for identification?
Yes.
I'm writing P136 on the glass. Ms. Fleak, referencing People's 136, essentially an empty 20 milliliter propofol bottle. Was this found within the blue Costco bag?
Yes, it was.
I have evidence item LAPD evidence item 109, Your Honor. Opening the bag, it is a 10 milliliter vial of lorazepam, previously labeled 109. May this be marked People's 137 for identification?
Yes.
Placing a P137 on the bottom. Ms. Fleak, this 10 milliliter vial with a concentration of 4 milligram per milliliter, was this found inside the blue Costco bag?
Yes, it was.
I have LAPD evidence item 108, Your Honor. Opening the bag. 2 individual bottles of midazolam, each 10 milliliter in size with a concentration of 10 milligram per 10 milliliter. Previously marked LAPD items 108 collectively. May these collectively be marked People's 138 for identification?
Yes.
Placing a P138 on each vial. Ms. Fleak, referring collectively to People's 138, the 2 vials of midazolam, were these recovered from the blue Costco bag?
Yes.
Mr. Walgren, at a convenient time, you let me know for purposes of the mid-afternoon break.
This is great, Your Honor.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, let us take the mid-afternoon break. Of course, remember all the admonitions, whether in writing or verbally. We'll be in recess for approximately 15 minutes, so we'll see you at 3 p.m. Thank you. Resumption direct. Mr. Walgren?
Can we dim the lights for one moment, Your Honor?
Sure.
Ms. Fleak, showing you what I had shown you earlier, they've adjusted the Elmo. People's 135. Does this now accurately show the plastic, kind of 2-handled grocery bag inside of the blue Costco bag?
Yes.
Okay. And Your Honor, I'd also like to label on the items themselves previously identified People's 30, which was LAPD evidence item 106. May the record reflect I'm opening this bag. And placing a 106 as well as a People's 30 on this 100 milliliter propofol bottle.
Thank you. You're writing in what color?
It's a black permanent Sharpie pen, Your Honor.
Thank you.
And additionally, what was previously marked as LAPD item 110, which is People's 29, the saline bag with the slit. I'm going to place a 110 in black marker with a circle around it, also putting a P29 for the record.
Thank you.
Ms. Fleak, also contained in the blue Costco bag was a small bloody cotton gauze or prep pad. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Okay. And that was LAPD item 134. I'm going to keep this in its sealed envelope, Your Honor. May this be marked People's 139 for identification?